T, H, the home position. T, H, the home position. Now T, R, tra, home position. 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 Now we're going to do the S, T, and st. S, T, st, home position. 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 Okay, final T. Final T is your ring finger. Well, I don't know. Hold on. It's your pinky, right? Your pinky.
So what I'm gonna do.
F L P F P L T. Yeah, it's your pinky. Sorry. Ready? Final T with your pinky on your right hand side. T. 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 Home position.
She would say.
Huh?
It does say use right hand ring finger, but I've been using the pinky.
Hold on. Sorry. I'm better if I'm at my machine.
We have third that final.
I'll use the pinky. It's the pinky. Ready? T, final T, 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 home position. 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 Use right hand finger, Kristen. That's weird. I use my pinky.
Yeah, it's weird when we. It seems harder to do with the ring.
Yeah. I don't know. Tanya, what should you use?
What are we doing?
Final T. F, P, L, T. I use my pinky.
Pinky.
Yeah, same ring finger. Weird.
I guess we're gonna do the Philly shift or something.
Okay, ready? Remember, let's do the final L, which is, we're going to do L, F, R, T. L, F, R, T. Ready? L, F, R, T, home position. L, F, R, T, home position. L, F, R, T, home position. R, L, T, F, home position. R, L, T, F, home position. R, L, T, F, home position. Final T, R, L, F, home position. Final T, R, L, F, home position. Final T, R, L, F, home position. Final L, R, F, T, home position. Final L, R, F, T, home position. Final L, R, F, T, home position. Okay, now we're going to do final side combinations of FT. F, your pointer finger, and T, your pinky. So that would, FT, also, they switch FT, okay, that could be like lift, or, gift, lift, gift, sift, yeah. So let's do that, ready? Foot, foot, home position, I don't know how to say it. Foot, home position. Foot, home position. Sounds weird. I don't know what to do. FT, home position. 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 FT, 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 home position. FT, 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 home position. FT, 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 oh, I'm sorry. Let's put it together. I'm trying to do it together, but I'm saying it apart. Because it's weird. But so I'm saying FT. There you go. So yeah, I'm sorry. Let's do that together, but I don't know how to say that sound. Okay, let's do final side combination KT. KT would be like for market, KT at the end, like casket, KT at the end. So let's do, I'm just going to say KT, but you're going to put them down at the same time. Ready? KT, 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 home position. KT, 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 home position. KT, 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 home position. KT, oh, you know what? For whoever wasn't here last week, final K is BG. Yeah, I just thought of that. Final K is BG right here. These two in the middle on the bottom, plus a T. That's KT right there. Ready? KT, at the same time though. KT, KT, home position. KT, 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 the perfect home position. KT, 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 home position. KT, 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 home position. KT, KT, KT.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
At the turns, so I have to like do the turns. Yes. Yeah, sometimes it's too short. You gotta get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes there exists something
I'm trying to go to sleep.
I know you mentioned
Okay? KT, 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 home position. KT, 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 home position. Yeah, you need to, if you're not getting that, you really need to curl your fingers. Curl them right on your keys like this, so you can be able to make that. You have to curl like that or you're not going to make it. Ready? KT, 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 home position. 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 Okay. Now we're going to do LT. LT would be your ring finger and your pinky on this side, LT, together. And we would do that like if we're doing belt, melt. So that's the LT at the end. So I'm going to say LT, but you're going to have to do it at the same time. Ready? LT, 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 home position. 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 Perfect. LT, that's it. LT, LT, home position. LT, 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 home position. Okay, here's another one we learned last week, I think. You're going to have to curl your fingers to be able to make this work. The final N is using your middle finger and you punch it in the middle, PB, in the middle of those two, and you get your N. PB together is N. So you're going to do N and final T. And the only way to make it is if you curl those fingers. So ready? I'm going to do NT at the same time though. NT, NT, home position. NT, that's it. NT, NT, home position. NT, 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 NT, perfect. NT, home position. NT, 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 home position. Okay, now we're gonna do final RT, which start, smart. So it's the R, your pointer finger right here, and then the pinky T over here. Ready? But I'm gonna say RT, but at the same time. RT, 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 home position. 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 Okay, now these words, I'm not going to call them out right now, but I want y'all to start to try and write them right now on your own. Write these at, ate, bet, bit, belt. Try and do them 3 times each right now. I'm going to walk around and see, watch them. I need to drink some water. There we go, at. There you go. Yeah, we went over a lot last week. Oh. KT is a hard combination. Yeah. And then I think about the us porters, we always, whenever, even tour porters have been working for years and years, we still always flag that L. When we hit the T, we'll flag that L a lot. How y'all doing? Any letter combination, any combinations that you're having problems with besides the KT? I know that one's a hard one. Or the NT? NT's a hard one too. You have to put that finger, your middle finger right in the middle where the little crack is for the P and the B and reach up for that T. Like I said, you really have to curl your fingers when you do those combinations. You can't be like this. You're not gonna make it. You gotta do it like this. You have to curl. Do a little bit more. How are we doing? Doing good? I'm gonna move it up.
Can I ask a work question?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm just curious, like, we know all of the pros, like, what is a bad day for people to work like?
When you're not writing very well, I mean, your writing is a little, it's trashy. That's a bad day. When people are talking so fast, they don't want to slow down. You tell them to slow down, they don't listen. They just keep going a mile a minute. That's a bad day. When the judge yells at you for no reason, that's a bad day.
So
No.
if you're talking too fast, do you just try to keep up and then you just go home and clean it up, or what do you do?
Some people, I mean, you try to tell them, there's only so many times you're going to tell them
Right.
slow down. And when, you know, after you told them 2 or 3, they're not going to listen. So you might as well just save a breath. They're not going to listen to you. So, you know, you just do the best you can. And better have audio backup. Yes?
What do you do if they're mumbling?
It's the worst.
Judge Angelini.
If it's a judge, you don't say anything. And you make sure you have a very good microphone up there, because I have I have 3 microphones on that bench for when judges and attorneys are talking at the bench. And I have my headphones, I have Beats headphones hooked up into those microphones, and I can hear very good when they're like that. So yeah, if it's a judge, I don't say anything. When it's attorney, I'm like, excuse me, excuse me. I don't say stop mumbling. I'll say, excuse me, can you repeat that? And then, you know, they'll repeat that. Or can you keep your voice up, please? You know, tell
And
tell
you know,
them that.
this is a great opportunity for me to bring up this point. One of our premier mentors, she's since passed, but she brought up in one of her seminars that, sorry Michael, as women, we tend to always apologize. And my husband brought that up too. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Why are we apologizing? For interrupting? Excuse me. If you just get ready to interject, excuse me, I need you to speak up, please. Or excuse me, I didn't hear what you said. That's a much better thing. But you've got to practice it, or else, I'm sorry, we'll just come out. So
since, you know, I like to play little videos in between. If y'all were here, who wasn't here last week? 1, just 2? Everybody else was here? Okay. You weren't here last week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. Who wasn't here 2 weeks ago? Just 2 people? Okay. All right. Well, I like to play little videos, court reporting videos. And since you brought that question up, I'm going to
I
play
know where you're
this.
going. Oh, yes.
Okay, we're on record. This is a videotape deposition of Annie Jenkins. Will the attorney please introduce himself on the audio?
Robert H. Complaints. Michael Lincoln. I'm Skip Jernigan for the defendants.
Witness, please. Would you please raise your right hand?
Raise him on left hand, but his right hand. Can work. No. Can you raise your right hand? That's the way. So he said me.
I'm going to swear you in, okay?
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth?
Yeah, the whole truth.
The truth.
Yeah, the whole truth. So.
Okay.
Ms. Jenkins? What? My name is Skip Jernigan. I'm a lawyer from Jackson. I'm going to ask you some questions today, all right?
Oh, yes, good. I am.
Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions. Your name is Annie Jenkins, right?
Annie Jenkins, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing. I think nothing to me.
All right. You live in Ruleville.
Rubio, I have your body something there.
Okay. All right. Ms. Jenkins, can you write your name?
Yeah, right, wasn't
Okay. Will you look at that for me? Right? No, ma'am. Will you look right there and tell me if that's your name?
Annie Jenkins.
Did you write that on there?
That's okay. My best friend, I need it.
Your sister wrote that on there?
Yeah.
Okay. And your baby sister is Minnie Jenkins.
Tuesday, that's what it's called. MAH00528. Yeah, that's good, Daddy. I'm a good anchor.
I believe that's all the questions I have.
Can't understand them.
Yeah. That one, I mean, I've never, in all my reporting, never had somebody like her. But, you know, I've had some people that,
This is going to be a video to show you how incredibly easy it is to learn.
sorry. You know, we've had difficult people. We have people with really thick accents, you know, from different countries, things like that. It makes it really difficult when they're speaking English. Actually, you are allowed, if you have such a thick accent, like I've had one person, an attorney actually, that, you know, I speak Spanish, no problem, but this person, it's speaking Spanish, it's his thick accent speaking in English that you can understand. But actually, when you have people like that, you actually can ask for an interpreter, even though they speak English, but it's so hard for you to understand because of their thick accent, you still have a right to ask for an interpreter. Say, I'm gonna need an interpreter because you can't make out their accent. So that's another right you have.
Are you typing double with the interpreter to them asking the question and then also, well, I guess it's not double, sorry.
It's not double because, yeah, the witness isn't supposed to answer.
Even though the words are coming out of the interpreter's mouth, literally, it's the words that have been interpreted by the witness. So it's just the answer and then whatever the interpreter's words are coming out.
Are you able to type anything to indicate any emotion, or that is not captured?
Well, when you're a captioner, you do that. You put sobbing or papers ruffling and things like that. But that's when you're a captioner because, of course, you got to give the effect of what's happening in the movie or the show, whatever show. But in court, you don't have to do that.
Do you do like nods head though? Like if they're
Well, you're not
responding
supposed to.
non-verbally?
I do when they're not verbal. I do put nods head. I put in parentheses. But you're really supposed to ask them, excuse me, is that a yes? And you're supposed to make them say yes or no. They're supposed to do that.
The judge should tell them.
Yeah, the judge should tell them. And if you have a good judge that, you know, he'll notice, okay, you know, you didn't get it, they'll say, can you say yes or no? I mean, a lot of people will remind them, sometimes they don't. And then, you know, some judges are very, very good about that. And there's some judges that just let it go. So you have to be the one to step up. Yeah, and then also in a deposition, you have to be the one to step up there because you're the only one controlling the deposition. So it's all incumbent upon you in a deposition. Mm-hmm. So,
and the reason that we wouldn't, you know, kind of interpret the emotions is because we could get a little carried away, you know, witness sobbing hysterically, that kind of comments on the record. So, you know, if they, let's say they ask you to do something, will you turn to page 5, you know, maybe you put complies, or they say, you know, point to complies. It's kind of neutral, but that's about as far as we go so far as commenting on anything that's happening.
Usually
or a cell phone interruption, maybe something like that.
Usually the attorney or the judge will say, for the record, I would like it noted that so and so is not, you know, making mean faces at the time, or they'll make that clear in the record. That's, you know, it's their record, and they need to notate it at that. It's really not your responsibility to have to notate if somebody's, you know, yelling or something. So here's one more, and then we'll go back. And yes,
Did you
I've
talk
been
to
to
this
depots
man sitting
where
next to
they've
me
always
before
come
the
to blows.
deposition started?
That has happened with me.
Yesterday, but he had
More than
nothing to do
once.
with it. I said it, so didn't I? Did you talk to him, sir? What'd you say? I said nothing. I said, you have a case of incipient verbal diarrhea. Oh, sir, we're going to see about that. Oh, good. Did you talk to him yesterday? Yes. How long? About 3 hours. Talk about this case? Yes. Did you tell him the other companies you consulted for? No. You're under oath here. I did not. We'll see about it. When you were at Monsanto, what was your title? At Monsanto, what do you mean? In Texas City. Research chemist. And was that your title during your entire stay in Texas City? Yes. Don't talk over each other. After you left Texas City.
See, that was the attorney telling him.
Yeah.
You represent this guy or not?
Who are you?
My name's Tucker, and I represent Ayrshire, and I just want to know if you represent the guy or not. I'm getting, if you don't represent him, you don't have any right to be making any objection. If you do represent him, tell us stuff.
Why don't you keep your mouth shut? I'll do what I want.
No, you're not going to do what you want.
No way.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
That's
I'll make
bullshit.
whatever objections I want to make, and I'll make them as loud as I want to make them. And you just shut your mouth and we'll keep the record straight.
Don't tell me to shut my mouth, boy. You may be big, but you won't see how bad you are. Come on.
And I wouldn't try that, Ed. Are you threatening to fight?
Hold on just a second.
No, I want to know who's fighting. We're going to be outnumbered, Ed.
Hold on just a second.
No, you got a big mouth. Now you do. Now, you need to either represent the man or not.
I'm
Not tolerate it.
Monsanto, and I'm
But
making
you're
an
not-
objection on the record.
Then you're not entitled to be his lawyer then, okay?
I'm representing the man.
Well, you're
Make an
trying to be.
objection on the
And another
record. I'm
thing,
telling
you
you, I'm
don't.
trying to.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something else. You don't run this deposition. You
Neither
understand?
do you, Joe.
You watch and see. You watch and see who does. Big boy.
I'm telling you, Joe.
No, you ain't telling me a goddamn thing.
Whatever objections I want.
You can make your objections and keep quiet. See?
No,
But don't be telling other lawyers to shut up.
Don't be
That ain't your goddamn job, fat boy. Now get back. Now you said before you have an incipient bad. What do you want to do about it, asshole?
Oh,
I'd like to knock you on your head. Come try it. Come over here and try it, you dumb son of a bitch.
Wait just a second.
Come over here. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. No way. Get close. Wait a minute. Associate of taking Mr. Garrett out in the hall to lecture him, I suppose. Been doing this over our objection. We started this deposition, unable to get an answer from this man.
Oh, I thought that was the one where they actually came to blows. There's another one where they actually came to blows. Anyway, there's my little intermission video. So yeah, so that does still happen nowadays, that they actually almost come to blows and they're yelling and saying, I'm going to hit you in the face and things like that. That has happened. It doesn't happen a lot, but it's happened more than a couple of times with me. Yeah. And so anyway, yeah, sometimes you get a very exciting deposition. So, okay. All right, so let's go on to our next, learning the number 2. Number 2 is, let me turn my mic on, guys. Number 2 is your ring finger right here on the T. So you're gonna hit it right there in the middle with the number bar. Ready? 2, 2, 2, home position. 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 Okay, we're gonna do the number 22. All that means is you're gonna hit the 2 twice. You gotta make sure you come up with your finger, because if you do it too fast, you only have one number 2, not 2. Ready? 22, home position. 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 Okay, let's practice these numbers. Ready? 1, 2, now do it together, 12. Home position. 2, 0, do it together, 20. Home position. 2, 1, 21, home position. 22, 2, 2, home position. 2, 3, 23, home position. You're only using your left hand with all these numbers. 24, you can do that one stroke, home position. 25, home stroke, one stroke, home position. 26, 2 hands, home position. 27, 2 hands, home position. 28, 2 hands, home position. 32. 2 strokes, 3 and 2. Don't put it together because it's going to be 23. 42, 2 strokes, 4, 2. 52, 2 strokes, 5, 2. 62, 2 strokes, 6, 2. 72, 2 strokes, 7, 2. 82, 2 strokes, 8, 2. Okay, the number 9. Number 9, you use your pinky. P-L-F-P-L-T. I don't know why, but I don't know how to say it bigger. Use your pinky with a T. T and the number bar. Ready? 9, 9, 9, home position. 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 Okay, now do these. I'm going to let you do them on your own. 19, 1 stroke. 29, 1 stroke. 39, 1 stroke. 49, 1 stroke. 59, 1 stroke. 69, 1 stroke. 79, 1 stroke. 89, 1 stroke. Now 90, which is 2 strokes. 9 and then come back for the 0. 91, 2 strokes. 92, 2 strokes. 93, 2 strokes. Bless you. 94, 2 strokes. 95, 2 strokes. 96, 2 strokes. 97, 2 strokes. 98, 2 strokes. 99, 2 strokes. Okay, let's do the numbers. Number 2 again. 2 is with the left hand with the T. Ready? 2, 2, 2, home position. 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 9, 9, 9, 9, home position. 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 Okay, it says congratulations, you have now learned every number on the number bar. Okay. Okay, we already went through this at the very beginning, so I'm not going to go through the review again. And for your homework, y'all need to, all the words, y'all should be practicing them at home at least 10 times each, all of these words. So y'all can do that for homework.
So when you say 10 times each, do you mean like 10 times at a time or like?
Yeah, I can do 10 times at a time. Yeah. 10 times at, 8. Yeah, you can do like that. Or if it's easier for you and down the list, at 8 boss like that. If you feel that if you're comfortable, go ahead. You can do that, but do it multiple times, not just once.
I do it like 5, then home position, and 5.
Oh,
Then I go to the next
that's
one.
good. Yeah, I mean, you know, just as long as you do it in multiples, because it's all about muscle memory and having it stick in your brain. And they say if you do it 8 times each at least, you're gonna remember it. Like when you meet somebody, they say their name 8 times, and you're gonna stick with that name. It's the same thing, muscle memory. It's all about muscle memory.
That's exactly right, Rachel.
Thank you, Kaylee. Lesson 21, long A. We learned long A already. Practice writing each of the following letters and numbers at least 10 times each. This is a warm-up. Okay, so A, we do long A, beginning B, final B, beginning D, final D, E, and then long E. Everybody follow that? That was kind of hard to follow here. Okay, I just wish that I wish this was up here so I could like point to it so everybody can see it. Okay, A, and then long A is, that's E, hold on, long A is A, E, U, okay? And then beginning B is this, final B is that, beginning D is this, final D is that, there's E, and then there's long E. And there's F, oh gosh, it's a lot. Hold on. But let's just do a couple to see how you're gonna do it. Ready? Short A by itself. Long A. Oh, you know what, let's do it 10 times each. That'll make it easier. Ready? Short A, 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 A. Home position. Long A, long A, 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 home position. Beginning B, which is your PB, the middle finger. PW, sorry. PW. B, 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 home position. Final B is your middle finger in the bottom right hand side. B, final B, 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 home position. Beginning D, which is the T and K, use your ring finger, TK. D, 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 home position. Final D, your pinky on your right hand side. D, 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 home position. Short E is the E by itself. Where's your thumb? E, 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 home position. Now use your long E, which is both thumbs. E, 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 home position. The long E, 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 home position. Beginning F, which is the TP. TP over here, together is F. Beginning F. F, 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 home position. Final F is your pointer finger right here. F, 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 home position. Beginning G. You remember G is all of these together. T, K, and PW, G. Beginning G. G, 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 home position. Okay, final G is easy. It's your right hand ring finger on the bottom. Final G, 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 home position. Okay. Let's move to you. Because I'm tired of the letters. Ready? Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm just so hot today.
You sure are.
And I'm married, Tom.
Oh, sorry. Darn, happens every time.
The U, I put your thumb, this final key right here is the U. So, by itself, it gives you the short, like the sound, like, dumb, bum, and then the long U is all of it, right? No, that's I. What's the long U sound? O-E-U.
Right? The way that I always think about the long vowel sound is whatever letter you're trying to do, it's the whole thumb on the other side to make it long.
Oh, okay.
Long.
Okay, so yeah, so then it's, long U is A-O and then U.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Awesome. Sorry, but, I'm in front of my machine and I just know it that way and I never.
It's so rogue, that's why.
Yeah. Okay, ready? So let's do the short U, which is just the U by itself. Ready? U, 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 home position. 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 U, home position. U, home position. Okay, now the long U, like we said, you should use both the thumb. Here it is, right here. Practicing the long U. A-O-U. Ready? Long U. U, home position. 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 Okay? And, okay, we're going to alternate between the short U and the long U. Ready? Short U. U, home position. Long U. U, home position. Short U. U, home position. Long U. U, home position. Short U. U, home position. Long U. U, home position. Short U. U, home position. Long U. U, home position. Short U. U, home position. Long U. U, home position. Short U. U, home position. Long U. U, home position. All right, and these are homework words. Practice writing the words below, like I said. Y'all should go back and practice all the words after every class during the week. Okay, vowel diphthongs. Okay. So this short U, we know it's like, you know, like we said, dumb, plum, rum. Okay, now AU, that makes the aw sound. So, AU, like fawn, lawn, makes the aw sound. So it's the A and the U, the outside thumbs. Okay, so ready? We're going to do aw. Aw, home position. 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 Now, the long U, we got that like fume, assume. Okay, now we have ow, like howl, foul, I don't know, owl. So O-U, that's O and the U. There you go. O-U is ow. Ready? Ow, home position. 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 Okay, so like it says right there, there's words, it doesn't matter how they're spelled. Raw, ball, bought, taught, and talk. So they all have the aw sound, A-U. So it doesn't matter how they're spelled, when you write, you're gonna use the A and the U, aw, right here. So somebody write taught, because you've learned all the T's. Taught, put it together, taught. T-A-U-T, taught. And sought, S-A-U-T, sought. So you have to write that. So it doesn't matter how they're spelled because it's how you, it's all phonetics, how it sounds. So there's the taught, like I said. Here's the sought, like I said. Thought. So these are words I need to practice, all these. Ought. And then here's the ow sound. Bow, brow, crown, down, frown. So yeah, there's a lot of words there you'll need to practice. Okay, let's go to lesson 22. Okay, the beginning V. Beginning V, there's no V, so it's S and R together. S, R together is the V sound. So that would be Victor, or van, or vast. It's the V. That's the beginning V. S and R. Ready? V, 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 home position. 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 Okay, so let's practice the beginning K, S, T, and V now. We're gonna practice K, S, T, and then V. Ready? K, S, T, V, home position. K, S, T, V, home position. K, S, T, V, home position. T, S, V, K, home position. T, S, V, K, home position. T, S, V, K, home position. V, S, T, K, home position. V, S, T, K, home position. V, S, T, K, home position. V, K, T, S, home position. V, K, T, S, home position. V, K, T, S, home position. V, S, K, T, home position. V, S, K, T, home position. V, S, K, T, home position. Okay, so final V. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to learn about the final V, it says. So here are another practice words: van, vac, veil, veal, vice. So these are all your practice words. Okay, and we got 2 chapters, and we're going to take a break right now. So we can take a break at 7 o'clock, and we'll finish in another hour. And while we're taking a break, I'm going to play another YouTube video.
We'll grab some more water.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
How do you write S?
It's going to be the S. To get an ST sound at the end, we use an asterisk. So it'd be VA asterisk S, vast. Anything to make it an ST, use asterisk.
I was like, you have the T from the S.
Yeah. So come help yourself. We're taking a break. We'll take about 10 minutes. Okay, I'll play this video. There we go.
Hey guys, welcome back. I haven't done a video for this channel in so long, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try to upload a lot more regularly, but just in case, definitely add my other channel where I post once a week, and you can see how a court reporter lives. I have decided that I'm just going to make this channel as straightforward as possible. I'm going to edit out as little as I can. I also want to talk more about court reporting school, what to look for.
That's not what I wanted, so I'll put another video.
Sorry, you're all right.
Is it your opinion that texting was the cause of the collision?
I'm a freelance reporter. I set my own schedule and I make a six-figure income. Absolutely.
I'm a stadium captioner. I work in a suite. And I compete nationally.
So you can see, with some very simple computations,
I am very proud to know that my work as a car captioner took my deaf student from a B- to the honor roll.
you can solve a very complex problem.
I'm a broadcast captioner. I get paid to watch TV from home. The captions you see below were provided by me.
And how would you describe his demeanor?
Objection, Your Honor. That requires speculation.
Working in a courtroom provides stability and amazing benefits. It's never boring, and I get to hear all kinds of high-profile cases.
Overruled.
So if anybody has any questions they want to ask me, now's the time. Perfect time. You want to ask me about my job or anything. Go ahead.
I called that 3 times today to see if I could get like an advisor or something equivalent on the phone so I could come up here and make an appointment and see if it's laid out. I couldn't get to somebody to take my life. I don't know what number.
You talk SAC or you talk CAC?
SAC.
Yeah, I know. I've heard lots of complaints about that. People are trying to get in so they can register, and unfortunately, just kind of really, we have no control over that. But if you need,
But like, I'm just wondering, like, what number should we call?
it's about registering.
I mean, up here to meet with somebody because, like, as long as you have laid out, I work full time, so just be a student who gets to come up here every day.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I don't know. Pat's supposed to be back, our program director, and let's see what she has to say, because I've heard lots of complaints about that. About trying to register for SAC, and you know, they don't, a lot of red tape for that. Anybody else have any other questions? You look like you have one, but you're not asking me.
I'm thinking.
Which course do you select in the registration? Which one? Because there's like different ones. Is it the
It's up to you. Like I said, court reporting, you don't need a degree. You can just do the program, the certificate program option if you want. It makes no difference when you get onto the real world.
Are you trying to like register, you mean? Because when I spoke with Miss Pat, she said to select criminal justice.
yes, to do that. And then when you get down to the actual courses, there's like two different ones.
Yeah. It's actually just your preference. If you wanted to get an associate's degree, apply for that one. If you just want the certificate, get that one. But like I said, it makes no difference when you get on the real world if you have an associate's degree or a certificate. So it's up to you. It's your preference. Any other questions?
So the first class that you suggest would be theory, right?
Yeah, the first class, when you register, you're going to be doing theory. And that's, you're going to learn this, but totally and completely. You know, we're just touching, you know, and going through it quickly. but you're going to thoroughly learn the alphabet and the numbers and the letter combinations. You're going to learn all that in your first semester of theory. When you get out of the first semester theory, you'll be writing about 40, 60 words a minute, maybe 80, but 40, 60 words a minute is what you'll be writing when you get out of theory. And then after that, all it is practicing on your theory. Like I always say, I equate it to the piano. You play the piano, you learn the keys and the chords the first time, and then all it is after that is practicing and practicing to get it perfect. That's all it is after the theory. Practicing and practicing to get it perfect.
So basically theory is learning how to compose the...
Yes, how to compose all the letters, everything.
And then building up your speed for the...
Yeah, well, you won't be really building up your speed until after theory.
Yeah, but I'm saying once you learn that, and then the next classes would be building up speed.
Yes, after that it's just building up speed, yes.
And then once you reach the 225, I think, then you can actually test and pass it.
Yeah, 225.
225?
And then
it was 240, not 245.
Who said that? No, it's 225. You can get higher certifications for higher speeds, but for the state board, all you need is 225.
For Texas?
So the state board, once you pass that.
Once you pass that, they give you your pass, and then you're free to start working. Yeah, it's 225, unless you got a higher certification, but those are 260.
So when you...
Past representative, so I don't know if that's why she got the...
No, I know for federal court you need, like I said, she probably got a higher certification.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why she told me that.
Yeah, and which isn't a state board because federal court boards don't need to be state certified. They just need to be certified.
Back to Texas, that's why she...
Oh. Well, you should. It's always best to be writing 240 when you take the test, but it's only required to be 225. But the test is only 225.
What is that? They're saying 2 parts test.
Huh?
2 parts of...
well, you have a written test. You have to pass a written test, which goes over spelling, medical, legal terminology, different things like that. And then you have the skills test, which is the speed test. And that's in 3 parts, 180, 200, and 225.
So when do you take those, the
written?
Not the written, but the other classes.
The skills?
The law, whatever.
Oh, I don't know the curriculum. I don't know about which speed you have to be at to get them, but you get them along the way. Yeah, you do them.
Basically, if you just keep on practicing, you can actually do this in a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
Homeschooling, and then
we had one girl, she was homeschooled, and she finished the program in 52 weeks. Yeah. And we've had plenty of people that finish it in 2 years. And then there's some other people that take 4 years. There's people I've known that have taken almost 10 years, but they passed finally and they got out. It's up to you how much time you have to be able to invest. But I always tell people, if you don't practice, that's more money you're losing. More money. Every time you don't practice, that's another year goes by that you didn't make $100,000.
Is there, have you seen folks that have like full-time jobs plus kids and do it in 2 years?
I gotta ask Amanda how long it took her. She had a full-time job, she was a teacher, and she had kids, and she did it.
I just want to know if it's possible.
No, it's possible. It is possible. I have one of my mentees right now, La Rosa. She's in 180 with a full-time job with 3 kids, and she's in 180 already. There's a Roland. I know he's already like a 180 or 200. Also full-time job, kids. It's possible. It might not be in 2 years, but I think 3 or 4 maybe, but it's possible.
When have you seen majority of folks hit their wall, like moving on to the next?
It varies, but a lot of times I see that they hit their wall around 160. Yeah. Yeah, that's when I see them hit their wall. And that's usually when they decide whether they want to stick with it or not. And that's kind of like, yeah, that's kind of the turning point.
But if you push through and didn't get it, is it pretty smooth after?
Well, how I always equate it to people is if you went from 0 to 160 words a minute, and all you needed to pass your test was 65 more words, isn't it worth it to stick it out for 65 more words? But nobody sees it that way. They just see, oh my God, it's gonna take forever. I'm like, think about it. You're at 160, you started at 0, and you only need 65 more works. You know, but they don't think of it that way. I've seen some people quit at 180, 200. You're 25 words away. What are you doing quitting? But, you know, it depends on how bad you want it. And so that's why I tell everybody, it depends on how bad you want it.
So when you see folks in here, can you kind of tell if they're going to get it or not?
Sometimes, yeah. I can.
Will you tell them?
Because I hope they prove me wrong. Well, it's the only reason I say that I see sometimes that I can tell they're not going to make it, it's usually because of their attitude. Yeah. It's usually not because of their skills, no. Because everybody, like I said, if you can learn an instrument, you can learn this. It's the same thing. But it's not really because skill-wise, it's attitude-wise. Like I had a mentee who was like 21 or 22. She partied all the time. She made the mistake. And she said, I need somebody to keep me in check. I need somebody to make sure I practice. I said, okay. So she added me to Facebook and Snapchat. And I was always texting her, okay, did you practice this week? Did you practice this week? At first, she would answer me. Yeah, yes. And then, did you practice this week? Did you test? Because she said, I need somebody to be on me. Well, she didn't like me to be on her, obviously. So I would see her Snapchat videos, and she'd be out there partying and drinking. And one time I said, are you coming to our meeting? She goes, no. I said, why? She goes, I drink too much Vegas bombs. I'm hungover. I knew she wasn't going to make it. Yeah. Did I tell her I knew she wasn't going to make it? No. I'm hoping she proves me wrong. Yeah. But that's why I say the people, when I see that, it's usually the attitude they have. Yeah. And she went off and decided to go get a bachelor's. But yeah, she was a party animal. And I knew she wouldn't make it. You know. And I have nothing against drinking. I have nothing against any of that. But when you're in here, you really need to you need to put your attention to practicing. And, you know, you can practice, you know, go have your fun if you want on a one weekend or something, but you can't be doing it all week. She would do it like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, you can't be doing that. You know, you can't go to school like that. You know, you need to come to school with a clear mind, and you got to keep it open. So.
Sounds like some of the teachers I work with.
So yeah.
No, it's not.
Any other questions?
Can you, I'm so sorry to ask.
No. Ask me away. This is the time because I'm not going to see you next week. So now's the time to talk to me.
Can you repeat what you were, I just heard while we were chatting about somebody who's doing the program full time and also along.
Yes, I have a mentee. Her name's La Rosa Bryant. She has 3 kids. She works in the medical field. And she's like at 180 now with a full-time job and 3 kids. So I know Roland Cardenas, I think he's a 180 to 200. He has a full-time job. I don't remember what he does. He has a full-time job, he has kids, and he's like 180 or 200. So yes.
How much time?
I know it hasn't been more. I know it's been 2 years at least. 3 maybe. I know the rest is 3. It might be 4, I'm not sure. But you know. I mean, of course, if you can't devote yourself, we all have, you know, if you have a full-time job and you have a family, it's understandable that you can't devote as much time to this as you want, you know.
Does it end up costing you more in the long run?
Costing you? Well, I mean, tuition here is not that expensive compared to university. So it depends on how you look at it. But like I said, there's some things that can't be helped. But I mean, you know, it can take you a little bit longer when you do have a full-time job and family. But you have to think of it, okay, it's going to take me a little bit longer, but I can do it. You know, I mean, you have to think. We make more coming out the door than an attorney would make coming out the door, you know? And he just got through going through 7 years of law school. I mean, 7 years of school, doing undergrad and then his grad. So you have to think of it that way. Say, well, he spent 7 years to make, you know, 6 figures, and I could come out, you know, even if it takes me 4 years, 5 years, I can still come out making good money at 4 or 5 years. You have to think of it that way.
Why couldn't you use it as a benchmark for if you're not to this speed by this much time in the program, maybe don't do it? I know that sounds like a bad question, but for those of us with full-time jobs, I'm like, okay, how many years do you keep going before you say, you know what?
It's all up to you, and that's why I say it's very individual. When I was fortunate that I went to court reporting school right out of high school. Right out of high school, okay? Yes, I got pregnant. I got married. I got pregnant during court reporting, and I did have some setbacks because of that. I did have setbacks because of my pregnancies. But there was people in my program that said, "Oh, I'm going on 3 years. I'm going on 4 years, 5 years," but they got out. they got out, even though they were working, and they still got out to, I know one woman, she was in there for 10 years and she got out. And she became a official court reporter at courthouse. It's all personal preference. I can't tell you when is the time. You know if you want to continue. And like I said, you have to really want this. You really have to want it. It's something you really have to want to do to keep going, because like I said, there is going to be lots of curveballs thrown at you. You know, you'll have your work, you have your kids, you know, you have financial strain. Oh no, shoot, now I got to come up with more money. My husband lost his job for a little bit. You know, there's going to be lots of curveballs that come at you. It just depends on how bad do you want it. And then you stay in the game. And I have one, like my mentee Rosa, and I have another, she's a stay-at-home mom with, I think she has 4 kids now? 4 kids, and she's like, I mean, but they're like 3, 4, you know. And so she's like, I just can't, you know, I have all these kids, I can't practice. And I'm like, well, I'll show you how to squeeze your practice in. For the working person, you can do, and the stay-at-home mom person with the kids. So what I told them is, you know how people get up at 5 in the morning to work out? Well, you get up at 5 in the morning and start practicing. If you have a job that gives you an hour for lunch, just take your machine to work. And during that lunchtime, you can eat your food and then you can practice for your 30, 45 minutes at least. And then at nighttime, after the kids go to bed at 9 o'clock, at least that was my kids' bedtime, 9 o'clock, put her to bed and then you hit your machine again. You don't have to practice 2 hours straight. You can break it up, but as long as you do it. You have to, that's the key, you have to keep doing it. So you can break it up in the morning, make it a morning workout, do it at lunchtime, you can squeeze it in, and then at nighttime after the kids go to bed, you can squeeze it in there. Because you can do a whole 2 hours just doing that. So that's what I recommended. That's what my stay-at-home mom started doing. That's what my mentee started doing. My stay-at-home mom is already, she's taking the state board test already. And the other one, my mentee, Rosa, like I said, she's like a 180. She's up there getting close. Yeah. So I mean, it just depends. It's all personal preference. Only you can decide if you want to keep going or not. But I've seen lots of people who've stopped and said, gosh, why did I quit? I should have stuck with it. And then I've had some people come back and some people that just text me and say, I really want to go back, but now this happened or that happened. And they, you know, I really wish I hadn't quit. I was so far ahead. I should have just stayed with it. Because especially when you're, like I said, when you're at 160, you're only 65 words away. When you're at 180, you're only at 45 words away. I mean, compared to where you came from, 0, I mean, 65 words is nothing.
What is the number count, the word count? There's 3 different tests, right?
Yes, 180, 200, and 225. So imagine the people that quit at 160, they're really not that far off. They keep thinking they are, but when I do the chart for them, I'm just like, I wish I had a marker. I would say, look, here's your, I don't know if you can see this. So here's your marker. If you're at 160, that's how far you've come, all of this. This is all you need. And then when I point it out, they're like, oh, I didn't see it that way. Yeah, think of it that way. Out of 225 words a minute, you're already at 160. All you need is this. So, you know, the majority's done. Your majority's done. You're near the end. So, people don't see it that way, so I have to kind of point it out.
Does everybody have a mentee?
Not everybody, but San Antonio is me and Tanya, we're very good at if we have mentor meetings, so you can come and, you know, we try to keep you motivated. We have free dictation. I have a website, you can free dictation, so you can practice more. We do a lot of stuff with the students. Oh, I hope this comes off. Okay. Yeah, we do a lot of stuff with the students. And to keep you motivated, keep you on the loop. Sometimes you'll just text and say, I'm having a bad day, blah, blah, blah. And then we try to give you words of encouragement, which Tanya is awesome at. She does that all the time. So, yeah, so we don't, if you want a mentor, yes, we're here. We are always here. So, yeah, that's what's really great. And I can tell you, all the other schools don't have what we have. We have a great mentorship program. Any other questions? Oh, I'm sorry.
When do your lessons start over?
The theory? The school? Oh, A to Z? Not till September.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be till September. Yeah.
Have you signed up?
How do you sign up for the program?
The mentor program.
The mentor program, you just, well, if you're in class, if you have to be in theory, you have to be in court boarding school, and then you just contact, you can get one of me or Tanya's number, and you can just contact one of us, and then, you know, we have meetings. We just haven't had a meeting because we've been busy with the A to Z, but we have meetings like once a month. Here at SAC, we have meetings, and we get together and pass out briefs, helpful tips, and, you know, we help with encouragement and motivation. Yeah. Any other questions? Now's the time to ask. I'm going to be here next week.
How do you like get in contact with you guys?
Oh, okay. Well, I think I should have my card. Tanya, do you have your cards?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Tanya will give you her cards, and then you can just text or email. And, yeah, you can just text or
They
email.
gave me 2 boxes of cards. I'm not even going to look
I
at
should have brought mine. I changed my purse. That's why I don't have my, I switched purses out. I had a whole bunch of cards, but anyway.
What do you suggest for like before we do or sign up for due court? What do you suggest between that time to still be able to practice?
This, everything, go through this whole book. Start practicing that.
Just the book?
Mm-hmm.
What if you don't have like a machine or whatever?
Oh, if you don't have a machine. Oh.
You know, these flashcards like they were mentioning before, is that?
Well, I mean, you can just practice, you can, there's also an app. It's not that great, but I mean, if you have nothing else.
The app sucks.
That's why I say it's not that great, but if you don't have anything else.
I tried it already, the app sucks.
Yeah.
Is this your cell phone?
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, but I mean, luckily you're going to be in between. I mean, if you start in the summer, you won't be that far off.
I think it's like maybe a 2-week break.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you'll be okay. Because you're not really learning, you really haven't learned any speed right now. You're just learning the basics.
Right.
So yeah, so it's not like you're going to lose any speed. Yeah.
I don't care about speed right now, I just want to learn.
Well, yeah, well, I'm saying you can just, you know, finger drills with your, you know, just you continue to do finger drills even though you don't have a machine.
What about captioning? How would we get into that?
It's the same program after you finish this. If you wanted to get into captioning, there's a lot of training for captioning programs that they want you to complete after you get out. They give you another training class, and then before they'll send you on a job for captioning. Because they won't just take you right out of school for captioning, TV captioning. Card providing,
Yeah,
yes.
I saw one the other day. It was just, I couldn't even read it.
Oh, yeah.
How did this person get their job?
Yeah, well, they probably won't stay there very long because you have to meet like a 98% accuracy rate. And if it was that bad and they didn't meet their accuracy rate, they won't be used again. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen very often. I don't know what kind of material it was also because captioners, they have to be really up on it because, you know, everything's just live. They don't know what they're, baseball game. They're probably going to do at their baseball game, yeah. See, that's one of my goals, not the baseball. My goal is to do the football games. I want to do the football games. So I took the training seminar for football. Yeah.
I'm going to go to the car and get more cards, and I'll be right back. And water.
Okay.
So for the summer class theory, is this loaner still available or do we have to get our machinery?
We have a good loaner program. I don't know how many machines are out right now, but we do have a good loaner program with our machines. So I just need, that's something we need to talk to Pat about because we had a lot of machines. Me and Tanya have gone above and beyond to get machines donated so you don't spend the extra expense of the machine. But I don't know how many are there still. I don't know how many they have left over or who has turned on in their machines. So
because I was looking like through eBay and
actually you can find some pretty cheap machines on eBay.
Yeah, but then I thought she said that you guys could check it if it's good, but how though? Because once you buy it, then
yeah. Well, there's services. We know service centers also that fix them. In Houston, there's one in Houston that fixes them. So, but you can get them pretty cheap. I know I bought some off eBay for like $75. So they're pretty cheap. The Centuras, which is not the ones y'all are using.
No.
But
is the Centura better for us?
No, somebody had a Centura back here. So not up here. That's a Centura right here. And those are pretty cheap on eBay. You can find those pretty cheap on eBay. And they do the trick. They do. That's a 40200. Yeah. These, I mean, you're going to spend more money for, but like I said, if you want to just get a machine that you know, so you can try it out, and then eventually you don't need the expensive machine until you're getting ready to get out.
mention that Cinnagraph, the company that made these mirrors, they have this like a student loan program where they will, you can rent a machine for like $50 a month.
Oh yeah, and there's another place too. It's called AccuLaw, and you can also lease a machine from this place too. They have different machines you can lease right here. So it's under your rental program. Stand-up machine rental program. There you go. So you can, you know, you can rent any of these machines here. Oh, I'm sorry.
If you can buy 200-300 machines, then that's good, right?
Oh yeah. And like I said, eBay has a lot of them. I know for sure they have lots of insurers, and you might. The mirrors are probably coming down. The ones y'all are using right now, those are coming down already. Okay, that's nice. See, what's this?
Ooh,
Is this even working? Wow, look at that cheap one. See? You can find some cheap ones here.
And that's what I'm afraid of. I don't know if it's still working.
But even if you only spent $50 for it, 25, and then shipping, you can go get it serviced to get fixed, and you know, it might cost you like $300, but that's still a cheap machine. Here's 150, 65. You know, so yeah, there are some you can get off of here. You can get oh, that's way too much for that old case. But yeah, you can find some. You can find some good offers here on eBay. That's way too much. $450 for that. That's way too much. That's way too much. $85. That's an old machine. But I mean, you can always show it to us, send it an email, and say, ask, hey, is this okay or whatever, and we'll let you know. But yeah, you can find some good ones. I have bought some good ones that do work, and I bought them off of eBay. Here's is a good one, $100. So here, this is good for school, $50. They got plenty of paper here.
And what do they mean when they say wide key or something?
Oh, it just means that these two keys right here at the end, see, those are wider.
Is it better to get the wide ones that they say?
It's just preference. If you learn like that, it's not going to make a difference. Yeah. My machine, when I went to corporate school, didn't have it. My new machine has it, but my old machine didn't have it. So. I mean, like I said, those are things you worry about those when you're getting out of school. Yeah, not when you're learning theory. When you're theory, like I said, an old manual machine that'll work. Any other questions? I like it. Y'all real talkative tonight. So. Okay, well then we're gonna go one more lesson since our break was longer. We're gonna do 23, and then they can start with 24. Oh yeah, because I think there's only 27, so yeah, we'll just do 23 and then we'll stop.
24 is just a warm-up. Because it says that bit of X. It's later in theory. Right?
Oh, yes?
One more question.
Oh, no, go ahead. Answer.
The older riders, the ones that have the paper, do you have to have the paper on them to practice, or would that
Yeah,
ruin
there's plenty of free paper here.
Would that ruin it if you didn't have paper, or?
It doesn't, it just depends if you have that ribbon cartridge in there. If you have the ribbon cartridge in there, it's just going to be kitty. It's like old typer. You won't be kitty with a stuff to kind of easy. So if you're going to do that, I would take out the ribbon cartridge and then they like I just do it.
I was just for practice.
Yeah. Yeah, for practice, yeah. Well, actually, you don't have to take anything first. You just come straight to the program. You don't have to take anything first. You don't do that. SAC may have prerequisites, you know, they have. But if, I think if you sign up for the certificate program, then you won't have to take any of those like that English. The ones that they make you, they'll pay some test or whatever they give you. But if you sign up for the certificate, I know they don't make you take those tests.
So like, if I sign up for this certificate program, they just like give me
No, but they're really good. I'll let y'all know, do not get sucked into the online programs. SAC prices are really good, you know, and financial aid, if you go over for financial aid, you know, you Pell Grants, you know, it pays for SAC here, so you don't even have to pay it back. But don't get sucked into those online programs because they say they offer financial aid, blah, blah, blah. I know one girl, I told her, why did you go to this online program? She went, I said, how much are you going to end up paying? $45,000. She was going to end up paying when she graduated. I'm like, no, you got, I think it's like $1,000 a semester here, you know, or something like that. It's set prices. So I said, no, you didn't need to do that. But she did it, and she did it before I met her. Anyway, the school closed down, the online school closed down, okay, so then she had to do an appeal about the financial aid, so she had to worry about getting sued. Anyway, so don't get sucked into online classes. We have an online program here, but make sure you try to go to, you know, like a college, a legitimate college. But yeah, just don't do those online programs. From just online, you know what I'm saying?
Are all of the classes available online, like all of the theory and everything?
I think, don't quote me, I think it just depends on what semester it is.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know the online is also the night class. So if you work, it's the night class, that's also night/online.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can either go to class or take it online if you can make it to class.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they you know class or did you get online? I think even the daytime, even if you miss a class, they still have it available online too, if I remember correctly.
And does this qualify for the FAFSA stuff? I don't know. We have to apply.
The program, yes, FAFSA. That's why I say financial aid paid for it. Yeah, FAFSA. Qualify for FAFSA, it covers the program.
But you have to be a full-time student, right?
Yeah. For FAFSA to cover it, I believe.
How does that work if you're doing the summer program? Is it full time?
I don't know. I can't answer. I can answer for FAFSA. I only know because I remember that my kids told me you had to be a full-time student. But I don't know. Maybe they pay for part-time too. I have no idea. Sorry, I don't want to answer that. I don't know about that FAFSA. But I know FAFSA does cover it. I just don't know if you have to be full-time or maybe if you took 3 classes and took 1 extra Spanish class or something.
Full-time, you need to have 12 hours.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, so most classes are 3-hour classes.
I think you can still get like federal loans and such if you're not full-time, but some of the like grants and such may be dependent on being full-time.
Yeah. That much you need to talk to the financial aid officer. She knows all that. I don't know that.
And the class that we take here is one at a time? One class at a time, or?
Well, like I said, the first semester you're going to be taking the theory class, and then after that, I mean, I know there's other classes, like I said, computer application, you know, all that. There's other classes. I just don't know the curriculum right now. But I know there's other classes.
Are they going to talk to us about it more on our next class? Will they talk about it with us more on our last
Well, we can
class?
ask Pat to come. I don't know if she's back. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Come on, I'm waiting for Tanya to get back. We just got back from the I can ask Pat to come and talk to y'all next week. And she can talk to y'all about enrollment. She knows more about it, of course, than I do. So, yeah, I can tell her to come talk to y'all. Okay. Anything else? No? Okay, we're just going to do this one last chapter. So we can get out of here. Okay, initial W is right here. The ring finger. Wait, no, I'm sorry, the middle finger. Middle finger right there on the bottom. You ready? Initial W, 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 home position. 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 Okay. Let's write initial H, S, W, T, R, home position. Initial H, S, W, T, R, home position. Initial H, S, W, T, R, home position. Initial T, S, R, H, W, home position. Initial T, S, R, H, W, home position. Initial T, S, R, H, W, home position. Initial R, T, H, W, S, home position. Initial R, T, H, W, S, home position. Initial R, T, H, W, S, home position. Initial R, W, H, S, T, home position. Initial R, W, H, S, T, home position. Initial R, W, H, S, T, home position. Okay, here. Now we get some fun stuff. WH, so it's the middle and the pointer finger up there. WH, that's for what, when, why, WH. Ready? What, home position. 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 Now beginning WR. So that's like right, rot, like rot, W-R-O-U-G-H-T. Rung, like you rung it out. So we're going to start W and R. So these two fingers right here, W and R in the bottom. Ready? So I'm just going to say R, home position. 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 Now the TW. It's T and then W right here. So that's like twang or two, yeah. But like Twix, TW, ready? Twa, home position. 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 Okay, now SW, like swear, swine, swap, SW. Ready? Swa, home position. 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 Swa, 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 home position. Swa, 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 home position. Okay, now let's try those again. W, H, W, home position. W, R, R, home position. T, W, Chwa, home position. S, W, Swa, home position. W, H, W, home position. W, R, R, home position. T, W, Twa, home position. S, W, Swa, home position. W, H, W, home position. W, R, R, home position. T, W, Twa, home position. S, W, Swa, home position. W, H, W, home position. W, R, R, home position. T, W, Twa, home position. S, W, Swa, home position. Okay, now start practicing these words right here on your own. Try and do it 5 times each. Rack, 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 or 3 at least. Then wreck, 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 wreck. And writ, 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 writ. Practice all those on your own. Rye, 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 rye. Run, 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 run. Whip, whip, whip. White, white, white.
Why is
Wrote.
That's really supposed to be W-R-O-E-T.
Oh, you know what? That's wrong. It spells wrong and it's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. It's W-R-O-E-T. Wrote. And you know, this is the first version, and they made some corrections afterwards, so it's probably the corrected version. So let's practice these.
If there's like a conflict of interest, like if you know the person who is in the courtroom as part of it.
Yeah, if you, that happened to me one time. At your certificate, it says that you're not related to any of the parties. So if you are, you need to tell them right away, hey, this is my brother's cousin, my brother's wife's cousin, or, you know, oh, by the way, I used to work for this law firm. They're here, you know, you have to disclose your connection. Yeah. You're required to.
Do they still keep you, or do they remove you?
It depends on the attorneys.
Gotcha.
They'll decide whether to remove you or not. It just depends on them.